Hello, everybody. So, this is Friday, which is the card making, part, which I haven't done in over a year. So, we'll see how this goes. Alright, so, let me turn this down. Okay, the stamps that we're using were the ones that I had done during the plan with me on Monday. And, it wasn't a really good plan with me, but if you want to go see it anyway, you can. So it is, I'm trying to read this, Little Woodland Library and Little Woodland Library Friends. So those two. And it was specifically like these three just because I like the idea of like a parent and a child going through memory books or something. I know that like if you have kids, a lot of them are like, oh, what did I look like as a baby? And it's like you look smushier, and you were also quieter, and you slept longer. So yeah. I also had brought out a snowflake die, and this is just, it's cut two different ways. And then this is from a paper that I got from Michael's, and it's been a while, so it is not around anymore. I don't know if I want to use white or if I want to use craft. I am normally a craft fan instead of white because this hurts. I am not a fan of solid white for anything. So it was kind of funny. I'll let you in on this since I haven't used my, I have a Gemini Junior, which is from Crafter's Companion, and it's basically, it's purple, that's why I like it. Out of all of the rest of the, die cutters. And so I haven't used it in over a year. And because I haven't used it in over a year, I went to go and plug it back in, and I flicked the thing in the back, and I'm like, ah, shit, it's not working. It's just absolutely great. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm glad that, I don't have to use it for anything else, but are you kidding me? So it has a little, it's got the symbol for power, and I went to go and press it, and it works just fine. Obviously it works just fine. But yeah, oh my god. That was my dumbass moment. So I'm going to pop all of this out. And this is kind of intricate. A lot of times what you do with dies that are like this, run it through a couple of times. Like, move the whole thing around, if you can, on your die plates, because there are going to be some that will be caught, some that will not get cut. Do a run through before you do the actual thing. I know that, especially right now, our supplies, like crafting is a hobby. It's not a job. For a lot of you, it doesn't make you money. It just, regulates the stress. And because of that, you can't just go spend all of your money on it. And if you can, good for you. I'm so happy. But yeah, for a lot of us, it is a way to just take care of stress. Except for like this piece, which is slightly annoying. So anyway, but because of that, if you don't have a lot, there we go. If you don't have a lot of stuff, like this paper is, it's specialty paper, obviously. It's not glittery, it's shimmery. I'm not a big fan of glitter. I used to work at a craft store. Glitter is terrible. But anyway, yeah, if you don't have, like if you're using special paper or whatnot, try to mimic that thickness of paper, or maybe put like another piece of paper, what you call a shim, underneath to make sure that it actually cuts. I could use one of these for little pieces, maybe. There we go. Okay, So this is the other fun part, is that sometimes the pieces don't go through. Alright, so this makes the time that I actually put this into, like, the universe. This makes for the second day of the year. So glad that you guys are here and, you know, breathing. Do you have any New Year's resolutions that you'll stick with? And it doesn't matter, like, big or small, doesn't matter. I love the fact that I'm doing this with a brush and it literally is just doing this. I need something more pokey. There we go. These are more pokey. But yeah, ow. So if you have any, anything that you would like to not bring into 2026 from 2025, that's specifically in your life, because we all know that there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been brought into this year. Whole lot of mess. But something that you yourself can change. And if you want to write down or type out what it is, let me know. I don't really have any resolutions. All of the things that I would like to do have been the same exact things that I have given up on every single year because I don't see results. As a woman, you can tell exactly from that statement what they are. So, I also kind of didn't really go in whole, like, I didn't have the motivation to do what I wanted to do. I really, honestly, I have a feeling like if I had a dog, then I think that I would want to walk more. Okay, that one's done. Or like something like that. If I had a reason to get out and do the thing rather than just because it helps me, then I think that I would go and do it. Like, I hate that I am one of those people that if I have to, like, if it's a for others thing, depending on who the others actually are, because I'm almost 40 and I'm old and set in my ways and everybody else can go jump off a cliff, I'm gonna be the angry old lady. And I'm not even 40, and I'm already angry. But yeah, I think that if there was motivation, and of course, like, everybody's just like, oh, well, your daughter's motivation enough, isn't there? Isn't she? Nah, not really. Which is horrible. That's a horrible thing to say. My daughter is motivation to where whenever we both have a good amount of time off together, we go do fun things. If I'm not working at night, then we go do fun things. I make sure that she is well taken care of. We go out to eat, usually at a place that she wants to go to, maybe once a week, once every other week. We try to do tapioca, which is basically boba tea. We do that once a week, just because I have Tuesdays off, so it has become Tapioca Tuesday. But yeah, we do a lot of fun things. We don't do a whole lot of expensive things because expensive things are freaking expensive. But she knows that she's loved, and that's what counts. So my idea with these two is that, well, yes, they are the exact same die. But if you put it like that, that looks kind of cool. Or you can have it just on its own. Or... Eek. This is so much. Oh my gosh. So much. I'm gonna have to clean all this up. Like, future me is so upset right now. So you could do this and just be a little bit off. And that's kind of cool too. There's a lot of things that you could do with these. Okay, so the idea is to do something like this. I think this alone is going to be way too not white. I mean, I guess that works too. I don't have any blue in here. I do like that. Or I could also double this up and then rise it a little bit. I think I'll do that. I don't want to do all these little intricate pieces though. Okay, so the idea is to do this and rise it up a little bit. If I could do the thing with the stuff. Oh my goodness. Come on. Do. That is the bad part about really intricate dies. If you want to do 3 or 4 of them to stack them up to make them substantial, good luck. But yeah, I want to create some sort of depth with this. So, we're gonna glue. I haven't used this glue in so long. And it is probably like, it's still liquid, but this glue is very temperamental. I need a needle for this, and the one that I have, however, I do have my cross stitch sitting right here. It does have a needle right there that is kind of being used, but that's alright. It's the thought that counts. I need a smaller needle. Crap. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some editing, maybe. Give me a moment. I need to find the needles. I know where they're at, because I clean this place. Okay. Maybe this one is small enough to work. It should be. Okay, that in theory should have cleaned it out. Yay! Alright, now we begin. Of course, you're gonna have to do this a couple times whenever you haven't used it in forever. Ridiculous. Okay, let me cheat. And I will do it the other way. Because in theory, all I'm doing is just pressing it back down in there. So if I do it this way, Maybe. This is ridiculous. Do 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 do. So this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to find... Oh, because it's not even... Alright, better. No adult humor here. No, no, no. Alright. That might be good. Yeah, that was so much full of adult innuendo that I... well, this is not a kid channel. This is a kid-friendly channel, and... Yeah. That worked. Okay. Random... So while I realize that not all of these are going to be glued down, there is a thing out there that I also have that I'm not... I wasted too much money on. Where's the top of this? Oh no! Haha. But I wasted too much money on all of the stuff, and I don't even know if it has sticker stuff anymore. What was I doing? I can't even... we're gonna say that this one's going on top. But anyway, so it is a sticker paper maker, and it's basically a rollerball thing. I do like that they are in two different directions. I may have done that on accident. It's gonna work. I'm not peeling it back up. But yeah, anyway, it's a sticker paper maker where you run it through a thing and it puts sticker, like, glue on there. And it's pretty cool. And I used to use a lot. But, and I still have it. But I wasted a lot of the sticker stuff on there. Okay. Got that. So I do like how that looks where you have the background and everything in there. Let me see where is... I think it's in here somewhere. Aha. Okay. So now I have to find... So what we're doing is turning this into a winter birthday card. And then I'm gonna set that right up there. So basically I can show you... So the plates for this, and I got these Craft First. They are on Amazon, and I used these a lot. So this is a magnetic thing. This is just another shim. This is the bottom plate. As you can see, they do make plates for these. These ones are less expensive. That is a magnetic plate. I love it because the thing doesn't go anywhere. Just make sure whenever you're doing this, you have the cutting part up and not down. Because if you do that, you will absolutely destroy the metallic ones. You will warp it. It will be done. Okay, I need to cut this a little bit. Alright, so I know a lot of people who have birthdays in the, you know, the winter months. When it's still snowing. So see, and it comes out like that. Where am I going to put this? This over there. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be so much easier whenever my daughter will be going back to school next week, which is awesome because that means that I have both of my days off to not have somebody come in and check up on me. I love her very much. However, it's been kind of a pain to do anything whenever you have somebody coming in here every 10 minutes. And what you doing? Why? Well, just wanted to check up on you. Okay, cool. I'm still here. I haven't moved. And I realize that she's doing it to be loving and everything. And she's also doing it to be nosy, and that's okay. But whenever I'm doing something like this, I mean, it's the same as somebody coming and bugging you during work. And yeah, it just, she does so I'll do the same thing to her in hopes that, you know, she will understand that it's not very fun to have somebody come in and absolutely just, what you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch your every move like a hawk in hopes that, you know, you die and I can eat your carcass. Because she'll do that too. She'll sit in here, and it's mostly just to steal my charger, to which I have counteracted that by just leaving my phone on the charger, and that works out. Okay, so I like that I have the front of this done, and I think I'm going to go with a white one, that way I can put it in there. I do also like the fact that if I want to, and I think that I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. So all that I'm doing is just measuring it, and I'm putting a nail right there, even though I don't really have nails at the moment. And using a paper cutter to just cut it down. And throwing the bits away. And then doing the same thing over here. And lining the score up that I did. And cutting it. Ta-da. Okay, so instead of that big old piece, now I have something that is a little bit smaller. Okay, and that works because I also have these. So this is Henry's Build a Sentiment birthday. They have a lot of stuff on here. The fun part is that you get to build your own sentiment. The chaotic part is that you get to build your own sentiment. So open this up. It does not have any little die cuts. So let's see. And I have it set up like this so that I can see it, otherwise it oh, I guess it doesn't glare if I do that. Yeah, there's like, just looking at this, you can see the chaos that I could easily. So do. I could say we'll do this. Thinking of you, and then happy birthday. So just something easy. So I will use these, obviously. So you have this, and they're good because they are the same size. They lock together, so in between here and here is a regular space. So whenever I set it up, I can make it to where they lock together. So I'm going to have to put that right there. So I think that I want to put where is, there it is. So I also like that I have a stamp block that I can kind of measure out where it's going to go. Got this. And we'll do, so this could be something for maybe somebody that's older, somebody that likes books, somebody that, I just like the whole going through memories thing, makes me really happy. So you've got that. And I'm going to use this and stamp them. Now with this, again, make sure that, especially if you don't have a whole lot of stuff, make sure that this is going to open the proper way. So if you have it upside down, obviously it's not going to work out the way that you want it to. So have it like this. If you need it, you know, kind of held down a little bit. I don't know where mine is, but I would say invest in a Misty, and that is a hinge stamper, so that if for some reason it doesn't turn out properly or it doesn't get as stamped as you want, you can always stamp it again and it will stamp in the same place. Okay, and then I'm going to take these and put them right back because I'm horrible and do not clean my stamps. Okay, and then that goes there. This goes here. Okay, and then so whenever I do this, of course it's going to be backwards. So also what I like with this is that they're movable. So if you wanted to like do it a little bit weird, then you can. If you wanted it on a curve, you can do that too. They're really good with that. And also they don't dry out. They might discolor because of, like, if you have them in the sunshine or something. But other than that, they're pretty good. So these are new to me stamps. I haven't used them before. So what I'm going to do is get them to where they're not all sticky. You can either use your hand, sorry, if you wash your hands a lot, or are a relatively clean person, you can also use like your shirt and just do this, and that will take the sticky off of there, which will in turn make it easier to stamp. So that is how it will turn out. And the best part about this is that a lot of people, like my birthday's in June, so there is no snow. However, if you want to do something like this, you can always have the card, like the card base. This is the base. You can always have the card base just with something like this. And then if you wanted to do like a spring card, you could. Or if you wanted to do a summer one, you could too. I'm going to quickly take this and color these. My bunnies are always gray. Yeah, if you just to have something, you know, nice and easy or whatever, and even if you had something just as simple as this happy birthday on there on the front, handmade cards are not something that people get a lot anymore. People don't even receive letters. People get text messages that say, you know, at the very least for their birthday, HBD. We don't even talk to people anymore. Now it's all in code. So even if you don't color these, even if you know, if you just leave it black and white, or if you have somebody else color them, or like a little kid or something like that, even if you have, like, what's another fun thing that you could do? If you have a pet and they're not going to go absolutely bonkers, get some pet safe ink and put their paw on it. I think that would be adorable. I did that for with Copper for 1 year whenever he was here, and he screamed. So I did it whenever Ember was little, and it was funny because I think that the paint was too cold. But he howled because he was a wimp. And Ember cried because, you know, I must have been hurting the dog for him to make that noise. And of course, my dumbass chose red as a color to do, oh, so it was the, like, LOVE, and his paw was the O. And I think her feet were the V. But yeah, it just, oh god. That is a day that I will not forget. Hopefully anytime soon. But yeah, I always include your pets. I mean, people think that it's weird, but they're part of the family too. Because, and even though this is a beginning of the year card, you're getting it anyway. But you don't know how long that you have with your pets. Because they, unless you have like a turtle or a parrot, or a tiny dog, because I realized that Chihuahuas also have a tendency to live forever. Or my friend's cat is like 16 or 17 years old. Ridiculous. And she looks like she's 6. But yeah, you don't know how long that you have with your pets, so make sure that you include them. And if you have friends and family that say that that's weird, kindly tell them to just fall off a cliff, or you can quit sending them stuff. That's another thing. Because if they don't like your animal, then you know what? You don't get to send them stuff. It's gonna be one of those things where I will at some point want to take family pictures, because we haven't done that in quite some time. And it's gonna be really hard because, you know, last time that we did that we had a dog. And I'm just not ready to have that responsibility again. But if you have a dog and you're near me, I'm gonna pet your puppy. I make sure to go places that are dog friendly so that way I can pet all the puppies. I've turned into the dog aunt, where I will gladly love on your puppy, but I don't want one right now. Which should be fine, right? But anyway, even just like a little pop of color on this would be good. You don't have to get all crazy. It's okay that they're kind of floating in space. You have place to write something right here. If you want to write something longer, you can here, even on the back. And now I'm going to take this and glue the crap out of it. So thank you guys for sticking around to this point. Dealing with my rants and trying to find, you know, a needle that'll go through that thing. And the brief adult comments that were heavily thought. I haven't done this in a while, so, you know, if you could kindly like and subscribe and comment. I don't care if your comment's negative. It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah. I hope that you guys like this. And this is a nifty, a really easy happy birthday card. It didn't take very long. It took like 37 minutes, so by 40 minutes it'll all be done. But yeah, just something cute like that. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next one.